Here's two tequilas that I'm really enjoying right now. I picked these up at Murano's in Chicago, Gran El Delgado and Wild Common. And I'm really excited about these. They're ones that I haven't had before, but I've heard a lot about them. So this one here is just the 80 proof, 40 ABV standard Blanco. And this one is the Wild Common still strength Blanco. So I'm not really drinking these side by side to compare them. I just really wanted to talk about both of them at the same time because they're two fantastic tequilas, both made at NOM 1123. And the key is to talk about how two tequilas made at the same place by the same master distiller, Chava, can really taste a lot different. And you get some similar notes. You get that definite thumbprint of Cascahuín, but these are two tequilas that are really made different with different types of agave. So the agave for Legado is coming from Michoacan. So that's a different region, different state than the agaves that are coming in for Wild Common from the lowlands in the Jalisco area. And let's talk a little bit about the production method. I'm going to start with Wild Common first. So this one is, of course, roasted in the stone oven there at Cascahuín. And then it is half roller mill, half Tahona. So crushed one through the roller mill, which is a mechanical program, a mechanical system that crushes the agave. And then the other one is through the Tahona, which is the big volcanic stone that's pulled around and crushes it. And then it's fermented a little differently as well. Some of them is the Tahona product is then fermented in stainless steel vats with the fibers that they crushed it in there. And they're going to soak inside there during fermentation. The roller mill product is going to go into the cement fermentation tanks and it's going to ferment in there. So you've kind of got two different fermentation processes going on at the same time with, a couple different crushing methods. Then from there, they're going to go straight into the still, twice distilled in the copper stills. And then this is going to come right off at still strength and it's going to be bottled at still strength. No extra water to proof it down. So let's dive into this one real quick. You definitely get that Cascahuín earthiness and the vegetal notes and some really good cooked agave. I do pick up a little bit of melon, a little bit of anise. I'm not sure what else is there. This has just a lot. It's a very complex nose. And you do get a big hit of alcohol too, because it is, a high proof tequila. I think this is 100 proof tequila, so 50 ABV. So that's going to be a big difference in the amount of alcohol that you get. Let's talk about Legado and let's talk about how this one made. These two agaves are coming from Michoacan, so a different region, so a different terroir that's going to be part of that. These are cooked in the same stone oven. These are done in the roller mill and then in the stainless steel tanks and then in the copper pots distilled that way. So a little bit different process and different region of tequila. So let's see what we get on the nose on this one. Get the same cooked agave smell. I definitely get that same earthy, that same minerality and earthiness that I got in the Wild Common. I get a little bit more of a petrichor smell in this one, some of that rain or concrete smell. And it also smells a little peppery. So let's dive into the taste of this one first, since this one is going to be less overpowering than what that 100 proof is going to be. So we'll dive into this one first. A nice cooked agave, a lot of minerality. I get a little bit of a citrus note that I didn't get in the nose, and I get a really clean agave flavor. This is a really clean Blanco. Easy to drink. The finish is nice. It's got a little bit of spice in the finish. It has a really nice sweetness too. And then even a little fruity into that finish. Then it really tingles up there and you get a nice, like a black pepper finish with a really nice sweetness. So that has... It's a different sweet than what I'm normally used to, but that's probably those different agaves in that flavor. Definitely an amazing sipper. It changes with every taste, and the finish gets a little longer, a little more tingle, and a little more spice every time I try it. So that is phenomenal. It's just a fantastic Blanco and a fantastic tequila. So let's jump into this Wild Common and let's see if we can get any flavor differences from a different agave region and then also a different method with that Tahona and roller mill extraction blended together. So let's see what we got here. It's opened up a lot on the nose, quite a bit hotter in the taste, a lot more cooked agave in the finish, the flavor of that cooked agave in the finish. I also get a little bit of salinity in the finish. The viscosity is a little thicker in this one, but keep in mind it's a higher proof, so less water in there. It really gets your mouth watering. So let's identify some of these upfront flavors. So the cooked agaves, they're really strong, and you get a lot of minerality and a lot of earthiness. But I also get like a lot of anise, that like a licorice type taste with some mint that's really nice. Yeah, that anise really picks up. It's really strong. And that minerality is still there, but that the rain kind of smell I got in the nose is gone. I get a lot of mintiness and a really nice spearmint in the flavor with that anise, like just really coming on strong. So that agave sweetness in the front. And this one is a much sweeter tequila than what this one is to me. You pick up this really light, clean sweetness, where this one's got a little thickness to it, and that anise is even stronger now in the finish and in the aftertaste in the back of my taste. So completely different tequilas, two really complex tequilas to drink. I probably shouldn't have done the high proof against the regular, but I love them both. As for sippers, these would be just great for me to sip on and drink. So check these out, Wild Common and El Legado. They're great tequilas. We'll put maybe some information up here so you can find out where they are. And they both have a pretty large distribution, and you can find them online pretty easily. Tell me in the comments if you've had these tequilas, and let me know if you've tried them together and what your thoughts are of having them together, and see if you've ever done it this way. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.